Here. Can you get on YouTube and check?
Yeah.
Testing, testing. Hello?
It's very nice to meet you guys. Good luck today with the game. Good luck. I like this. Ours, no, seriously, you don't
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another fine installation of Pennington football. Today is the Pennington Redhawks' last home game of the season, and is also cheerleading and football senior day.
That's right, Andrew. My name's AJ Gray, and today we have perhaps the most important home matchup for Pennington this season as they play the Peddie School, another Maple League program. And Andrew, I gotta say, these teams are very similar, but the one thing they don't have in common is that Pennington has their senior day today, with seniors consisting of Jack Fermo, Brody Bach, Aiden Prestigiacomo, Keon Kenner, Joe Lifstead, Frank Marchese, Hubert, Brody Bach, Michael Fingerman, and Tomasz Ludwig. This game is going to be an absolute war between these Maple League programs, Andrew.
That's right, AJ. And this matchup will be determined strictly by who wants it more, as Petty and Pennington have played the same teams with nearly identical scores. Petty beat the Hill School 45-42, and Pennington beat Hill 42-40. Petty lost to Penn Charter 35-0. Pennington lost 28-7. This is senior day for Pennington. It's their final Maple matchup. This will 100% be the most exciting home game this year for Pennington. Let's see how this Maple matchup turns out.
Center of the field for the coin toss. Yep. And 66.
Redhawks will kick off for this game. Here's the national anthem. There was your national anthem. Let's get this Maple matchup started. And out comes the Peddie return team. There's 3 seniors leading off this kickoff team for Pennington with Frank Marchese, Joe Lifstead, and Brody Bach. I'm going to make the assumption that since it's their last home game at the Pennington school, they're going to try to get in as much as they can, Andrew.
I 100% agree, AJ. This is going to be this day will be filled with senior action. Probably some out of place positions, but I think it'll be a fun one.
Hopkins will kick off. The Red Hawks will receive to start the game.
Ball's blown over. It's kind of windy today. Here's the kick, and it's going to be an onside to Jameer. Here comes the Pennington offense. And just look at the size of this O-line. Oh, my God. Led by 3 people over the height of 6'4" with AJ Carticello, Nizaya, and Sidney Rouleau. It looks like they're going to lead with Aiden Presta-Giacomo today, senior quarterback committed to Gettysburg.
First and 10 for the Red Hawks from their own 47.
And let's see Pennington start off today on their first offensive rep. 3 receivers. Motion from Warner. He's going to take the jet sweep here. He's going to shoot the gap, and he's brought down.
About a 9-yard gain.
Andrew, Bryce Warner specializes as sort of like a deep threat. He has some of the best hands on this team, but it doesn't mean he can't do the most when he's used in sort of a pitch sweep type offense.
Those deep balls are such a great part of this Pennington offense, especially paired with Bryce Warner and secondary quarterback Cannon Benzio. I mean, they're both 2 specialists that love going deep.
Here's a snap. Hand off to Kenner. He's going to go through the left side. And he's going to slip up. It's going to be a first down for the Red Hawks.
I mean, I know we're only 2 plays in, but this first opening drive is going a lot better than it did last week.
I know that, Andrew. And you can tell that Keon's going to play this game as intensely as he can today, as it is his last day as a Red Hawk. Keon got here around 3 years ago as a football player for the Pennington Red Hawks. And here's a snap. They're going fast, and it's another bubble to Bryce Warner. He's going to follow his blocker. He's going to make one man miss. He's brought down. Solid gain there for 11.
These Red Hawks are marching down the field so far. Already on their on Peddie's about 23, 24.
And Keon Kenner is going to be in the backfield again with Bryce Williams on the right side and Joe List at a tight end. He's going to motion here. Here's the snap, and there's the handoff. Kenner's going to right to the right side of the field. I don't think anybody's going to catch him.
Touchdown, Red Hawks.
Number 3 with the first 6 of the day, the senior.
Great opening drive by your Pennington offense.
Andrew, if that's a sign of what's to come, I really, really hope that Pennington can keep this run game consistent and make sure Keon has a day today.
And it looks like they're oh no, they're Bryce Warner to kick. Kick is up and good. Your Red Hawks lead 7-0.
Quick 7 on the board for the Red Hawks there. It's currently 7-0 with around 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Pennington is known for starting out hot, but they kind of need to keep that consistent. I mean, I don't want them to get too big of heads and get too confident and then end up blowing their lead so early.
And we can say firsthand it's happened before, especially this season.
Bryce Warner to kick.
Gaston is deep for the Falcons.
I don't know if you heard Mr. Laws, but Gaston is back in the backfield for the Falcons. And fun fact, Joey Gaston, number 6 on Peddie, is Ice Spice's brother.
And looks like that star power is not helping because he just muffed the kick, Andrew.
However, there is a flag on the play.
Strong showing from the special teams unit for Pennington there.
Led by Reverend Hallgren, special teams coach. I mean, Rev loves coaching special teams. It's probably one of Pennington's strong suits, and he is just an amazing leader for this special teams.
Pennington flipping out their defense a little bit here. Tomasz Ludwig is in. There's a whistle blown.
Lots of confusion from the refs so far. 3 alignment system, too.
Here's the snap. It's going to be a screen pass to number 8, and he's brought down. Bryce Williams, 3-star safety, proving why he has the attention that he does. Andrew, although Bryce is pretty much well known most for his technique, it doesn't mean, and no more as a zone safety, he can still get over there and make the tackle when need be. And you can see it from that play just then.
You're right, AJ. He's so versatile on the field. I mean, that's probably why he has all these offers.
Oh, yeah. Here's a snap. It's going to be a throw to the left side of the field, but he's going to experience some pressure. I think he's going to keep it here. And he's pushed out of bounds by Tamir Brown. Pennington is bottling up the Peddie offense currently. It's going to be a 3rd down for Peddie here. 3rd and long. One odd thing I've noticed from Pennington is that they've moved Sidney Rouleau to D-end, although he's probably played most of his career at D-tackle due to his size of around 6'6", 300 pounds. It's kind of odd to have him at D-end. It's going to be a pass. It's going to be a diving catch, but he drops it.
4th and 13 for the Falcons. Most likely going to lead to a punt.
Andrew, if you're down 7 in the first quarter and you need to score in order to gain back some momentum, you can't drop a pass like that.
I mean, it looked like he had it. Just couldn't hold on to it with contact on the ground. Tamir Brown and Bryce Warner are in the backfield to return.
Here's a snap. Here's the punt. And Brody Bach lit up a kid there. High effort, and it's going to be at around Pennington's 35 here. And here comes out the Pennington offense. Andrew, if Pennington scores here, I think it'll be more of a like a domination for Pennington rather than the war we thought it'd be.
Yeah, I totally agree. Also, one thing I've noticed when you said Brody Bach lit up that number 60 on the Falcons, what I'm noticing is the Petty Falcons line is really like short. They're like almost short and stubby, to be honest.
I couldn't agree more, Andrew. And Pennington's biggest factor in terms of physical ability is their freakish size. I mean,
Timeout called by Petty.
you can tell that this Petty offense and defense is struggling right now as they're burning a timeout so early to regroup.
Confusion. Someone's saying number 11 called the timeout. Almost maybe unnecessary.
This backfield's going to look a little different than we're used to. It looks like it's going to be a dual back system with Keon Kenner Sr. and Tommy Sertz the Jr. And putting Tommy in the backfield, Andrew, I got to tell you. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. They're using him at F this week as a receiver more. Pennington's really just switching up their whole playbook and flipping the script in order to get the upper hand on Petty.
I mean, it's working so far.
Yeah, it's going to be a throw. And Tommy Sertz, the guy we were just talking about, is going to catch, but it's fumbled.
Picked up by Petty, number 15.
Petty's going to be on offense here after that fumble from Sertz.
Let's see if this Pennington defense can keep it up.
Andrew, despite the fumble there, I don't know if Petty will be able to capitalize on this opportunity. I mean, they just had a 4-and-out on their last offensive drive, and I think it'll be more of the same here.
Looks like they got Sidney Rouleau and Frank Marchese on defensive end for this one.
Here's a snap, and he's going to be wrapped up.
Gaston wrapped up by Joe Lipstead and Bryce Warner.
And Frank and Sid at the end could not be more opposite in this position. I mean, Frank's a speed rusher. He's kind of small for his position, but he manages to get by people with his good technique and his speed, while Sid just barrels through people with his freakish size and strength. I mean, I think it makes a good combo, however, on the edge. And it's going to be a play action. It's going to be thrown to the left side, and he's going to be tackled.
He stepped out of bounds, but yeah, also tackled.
Short gain there for Petty. Here comes Petty on a 3rd down. Here's the snap. It's going to be another play action. He's going to throw it. It's going to be hit low by Warner. But Joey Gaston hauls it in. That's the first down for Petty today.
2 sub-ins. Looks like Brody Bach and AJ Carcello are in for Sidney Rouleau and
Michael Fingerman. Here's a snap. It's going to be a fake pass into a handoff. And he's going to step out of bounds.
A little momentum for the Petty offense so far.
Peddie ran an interesting play there. They have been throwing on almost every single play so far offensively, and they just faked a pass there into a run. A very interesting play call. But there's a flag.
It's also an interesting audible or something that the coaches were shouting Obama. Never heard that one.
It's a sideline warning. Falcons are going to take it here. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to a number 11. He's wrapped up quickly. That's going to be Tomasz Ludwig with the tackle. Andrew, Tomasz made up a nickname for him. I call him the Terminator because this guy I can't get a read on him. I mean, he's super strong, super nice, but I have never seen him laugh, ever. It's going to be a second down for the Falcons. Andrew, I think probably the most talented person for this Petty team is probably their quarterback, number 2. I mean, he's clearly taller than everyone on the lineup, and he's thrown pretty good spirals in the warm-ups, and he's doing pretty solid right now. Let's see if I can be proven wrong, and 11's going to make one man miss, and he's going to be lit up.
Boom by Tamir Brown.
Agent Zero with the absolute layout on number 11.
Third and 2 for the Falcons from the Red Hawks, 32.
Here comes back to the Falcons offense. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. He's going to bounce to the left side. And he's wrapped up.
Just a dog pile of Pennington linemen.
Looks like the top person on top of that is Tommy Sertz. It's going to be a first down for Petty. Andrew, you can tell Petty's a lot more methodical and planned out on this offensive drive after going 4 and out in the first one. Probably tried to get an explosive start on their first offensive drive, and now they're kind of just toning it down to match the speed of this Pennington defense.
Yeah, you could say that their nerves are gone too.
Play begins. He's going to look right. He's going to throw it, and he's going to catch it, but he's going to fall down.
Short pass completed by number 15.
This is on the coverage for the Red Hawks. Pickup of 2.
Quick little sub out. Brody Bach is out for Sidney Rouleau.
Bring up a 2nd and 8. From the Red Hawks.
Seems to be an issue with the ball.
Second 8 for the Petty Falcons. Joey Gaston.
Motion from Gaston, but there's a mix-up. It's going to be a flag.
All start by the Petty line. Oh. Legal procedure instead.
There's a snap. Kiwi's going to drop back. He's going to look towards the right side of the field, and it's nearly picked off. Diving attempt there from Braden Bonfig, the sophomore.
I think number 2 was looking for Pettie's 15, but Pettie's 15 was just running straight into the end zone. Didn't even see the ball.
It's going to be a third down here for the Falcons.
Sort of a miscommunication there.
This Pennington defense has been really solid today. You can tell that they're feeling a lot more aggressive because Pettie's probably their biggest rival in the Maple League. I mean, it's always a close game, except for last year. Last year, the quarterback threw 4 picks. I have no clue where he is, but he's not here. Here's a snap. He's going to avoid 1. Quick move there from the quarterback. He's going to look for 6, and he's wrapped up quickly by Braden Bonfig. Joey Gaston with the reception.
Bonfig on the coverage for Red Ox.
I didn't even see you so short.
When it's like, another timeout here. Around 2:50 left to go in the first quarter, and Pennington still leads 7-0. They're trying their best here defensively to keep that lead intact.
Chains are being brought out for what?
I think they're just moving them. Andrew, during this timeout, I think we need to highlight one of the best defensive players so far, which has been Braden Bonfig. He's been crucial in these last 2 defensive plays with a near interception and a nice tackle.
Yeah, shout out Braden Bonfig. He's been playing elite these past few games. 4th and 1 for the Petty Falcons so far.
This is the most important play of the Petty's offense today, but you can tell that Pennington's defense isn't going to give up this first down easily. It's going to be Michael Fingerman at D tackle with Frank Marchese and Sidney Rouleau back at the edge.
So they got 2 wide receivers out left.
Here's a snap. There's the fake handoff, and he's going to hold it. Smart play call there by the Falcons. Pennington was relying heavily on an inside run there. You can tell that they sent every single person just to stop number 11. Petty's going to be in the red zone here. There's the handoff to number 11. He's going to run into his own lineman.
Looks like the number 70 for Petty was trying to tackle him too.
And Andrew, morale and team energy is very high for Pennington today as they came off a massive win against Long Island Lutheran last week. Long Island Lutheran beat Pennington on a last-minute touchdown, which was a very heartbreaking way to end Pennington's season. But with the win last week, I really, really do think Pennington's confidence is at the top of the world.
Second and 7 for the Petty Falcons.
Motion from 15. There's a snap. Quarterback's going to roll out left, and it's deflected. Nearly
by
picked off.
Tommy Sertz.
2-3 with the heads-up play there. Great defensive ability from Tommy Sertz there, the junior.
Third down and 7 for the Falcons. Red Hawks 17.
This Falcons offense is clearly struggling with going up against the Pennington defense. Let's see what they can cook up here.
Running back.
And here's a handoff. They're going to throw to the right side. And it's overthrown. Incomplete from Petty. Andrew, it seems like number 2 for the Falcons has too much of an arm.
Pass incomplete.
What?
I have I have no idea what Petty is doing right now.
Looks like Joey Gaston is in the backfield for Petty, but half the team's lined up on the left. What is it?
And very odd play call there from the Falcons for no value. I mean, whatever floats your boat, I guess, Petty.
That was kind of like when the Cowboys did that against the Patriots, where they had one lineman set up and everybody out left, but clearly did not work.
And comparing Petty to Dallas right now is pretty accurate, Andrew.
Here's a handoff to Keon Kenner right at the middle, and just about a 10-yard gain.
Solid pickup of 8 yards there for Kenner. Andrew, like I said before, my guess is that majority of this offense is going to be ran through 3 today for Pennington.
I 100% agree, AJ. 2-man backfield with Tommy Sertz and Keon Kenner, and Cannon Benzio is in as quarterback.
It's going to be a handoff to Tommy Sertz. He's going to run to the right side. He's going to drag someone with, and he's going to stay on his feet. What a fight there from 23. You can tell Tommy Sertz is really ticked off after that fumble early on, and now he's trying to make up for it. He's doing a pretty solid job so far. .46 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pennington still leads 7-0. Looks like it's more of a defensive matchup today between these Maple League programs.
Looks like Frank is now at wide receiver.
Pennington's changing up again. Like Andrew said, Benzio's in. And they're going to use his arm. This is the best use for him. He's going to scramble out right. He's going to keep it. He's going to run out of bounds. But there's a flag, however.
It's like personal foul against AJ Carter-Shello. Got to set him back a few.
Andrew, I will admit, AJ Cartercello is kind of a hothead sometimes. I mean, he fights with people, he pushes occasionally, but there's no doubt he's a very crucial part to this offense and defense. I mean, he's around 6'4", 310 pounds. He has huge size and pretty solid technique. You can tell he's clearly angry there. He's hitting himself in the helmet. But I'm pretty confident that Cartercello will recover. Kenner back in the backfield with Bryce Warner on the right and Braden Bonfig and Bryce Williams on the left. There's the handoff to 3. He's going to bounce to the right. He's going to be brought down. Keon Kenner.
Brought Peddie 3 with him.
Just absolutely trucking along and being a freight train and a nightmare for this Peddie defense.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Your Redhawks lead 7-0.
Andrew, this is a very solid start for the Redhawks, and the most obvious thing I think that is putting Pennington ahead is just, it's a size differential. I mean, obviously you hear what coaches say, low man wins, hard work pays off, but no matter what, a 6'6" guy against a 5'10" guy, it's obviously going to be kind of a disadvantage. It's going to be first and down here for Pennington. Bryce Warner matched up against Joey Gaston. Here's the handoff. Kenner's going to right to the left side, and he's going to avoid a couple. And he's going to keep going.
Field.
Does he have it?
He's got it.
He does.
Touchdown, Redhawks. What a play by Keon Kenner.
But the ref is going to call it
What?
out of bounds.
Man.
Number 3 made the journey around 3/4 of the field just to be pushed out. Andrew, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. This offense will run through 3.
First and short for the Pennington Redhawks.
First and short here for Pennington. Another dual back system play. There's the handoff to Kenner. And
did not make it in.
It's going to be just short. Andrew, if I was Keon in this moment and I just ran around 75 yards just to not get a touchdown, I'd be pretty fired up for my next offensive play.
I would be too.
The second image is for the Redhawks on the 1 yard line.
Like Mr. Wallace said, second and inches for the Redhawks.
Second and goal for the Redhawks from the top.
And Tommy Surtz is going to be back at a receiver position, really trying to make this work. And here's the run to Kenner.
Punch it is in.
And number 3 with his second touchdown of the day. Last home game of his Pennington career, and you can tell he's trying to make it count.
This Redhawks offense is in such a good shape right now. I can't believe how much more confident they are compared to last home game. They're just playing great football right now. Bryce Warner is set to kick it through the – kick is up.
Kick is up.
And it's good.
And it's good.
Tom Luaz. Very similar calls here. Great minds think alike.
Take it after me.
Redhawks currently lead 14-0 in the second quarter, and Pennington and Peddie's going to receive the ball here. Andrew, if Pennington can maintain this lead and keep this momentum that they currently have going with solid run plays and great pass defense, I really think it's going to be way more of a blowout than I would have expected. And on kickoff, they've changed it up a little bit. Colton Monica is going to be out here. Sophomore.
I guess with a 2-score lead, you can start putting a few sub-ins, I guess.
Warner to kick again for the Redhawks.
Gaston is in the backfield.
Here's the kick. But there's a whistle blown. A legal procedure for Pennington there. Also, Andrew, number 10, Tennessee Taylor's out here on kickoff, and I think that's a very good selection from the special teams unit. I mean, Tennessee is probably the fastest person on this football team, if not the entirety of Pennington.
What's he run?
Well, hand timed by our own freshman, Oliver Scriven. He ran around a 4.4 40-yard dash, which is just
Insane.
NFL caliber, and to do that as a freshman in high school is just bizarre. Here's the kick again for Warner. It's going to bounce. Gaston's going to take it. He's going to keep going.
Broke a few tackles right there.
But the kicker, Bryce Warner, is going to force him out of bounds there. You love a special teams player who can get physical.
First and 10 for the Falcons from their own 38.
First and 10 here, another offensive drive for Peddie.
Let's see if they can actually get things going on this one.
And Andrew, if Peddie doesn't score here, I think that pretty much seals the game, even though it's still really early on. There's the snap. QB's going to drop back, and he's going to be wrapped up.
Sacked by Tamir Brown, Agent 0.
Andrew, putting Tamir Brown at linebacker is sort of an odd – it's an odd selection due to the fact that Tamir is very fast. He's not too big, but the reason they do put him there is that he's physical and he knows what he's doing, although he is only just a freshman. He's very solid in blitz plays for this Redhawks defense.
I don't know whose idea it was to start switching up players and positions, but it's clearly working for Pennington offense and defense.
It's going to be a low snap, but quarterback's going to recover. And don't tell me Agent Zero did.
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing. Agent Zero does it again. This petty QB is going to have nightmares for the next couple of weeks about Tamir Brown.
Third and long for the Petty Falcons.
Third and 23 for the Falcons. From their line 25.
Stay home, Hubert. Stay home, Hubert. That's 6.
It's going to be a third down here after 2 crucial sacks made by the freshman Tamir Brown. Here's the snap. There's the throw. It's number 8. It's going to be pushed out of bounds. I think that's a first down for the Falcons. My mistake. It's a 4th down. Andrew, if I keep making mistakes saying that Petty did something good, in fact, when they didn't, I'm willing to make those mistakes.
Still deciding if they want to go for it or not. Looks like number 2 is staying out there.
And Andrew, I don't think Petty really has much of a choice here. I mean, if you punt it and Pennington scores again, you're going to go down 21-0 at an away game to your rival school. I mean, for those who play NCAA, that's pretty much stadium pulse max. Here's a snap. It's going to be a throw here, and though it's a 4th and short. He's going to be wrapped up. Double trouble there from the 2 seniors, Michael Fingerman and Frank Marchese.
Michael Fingerman just put one hand on him. He just fell backwards. He was too scared. This Pennington sideline is fired up right now after this huge defensive run.
Pennington's offense is going to come back out here today. And Kenner is going to be in the backfield. Who would have thought? I mean, 2 touchdowns in the first half. Why not make a third?
There's also a switch at quarterback with Aiden Press to Giacomo that's back in the game.
It's going to be a read option. He's going to go up the middle.
Oh, my God.
And, Andrew, there's a reason they put him in.
Another touchdown for the Pennington Redhawks. This one by their quarterback.
Great run there from the senior, Aiden Prestigiacomo, proving why he has 7 on that jersey.
Petty can now just get a single thing going so far. I mean, it's still going to be a total blowout.
Here's the kick, and it's a little to the left. Very unfortunate, Andrew. Pennington only leads by 20 now. Andrew, when I looked at Max Preps to see the schedules both these teams had, and they had very similar scores against Penn Charter and Hill, I'm kind of surprised today to see that Pennington's dominating offensively and defensively.
I think they're just finally clicking. I mean, throughout the season, it's just been up and down, but now we're back and up. Hopefully we can continue this for the next last two games.
I hope so too, Andrew. Speaking of the Hill School, shout out Katie Gray, class of 24.
An interesting setup we have on special teams with, looks like Tommy Search is out there, Colton Monica.
Order to kick off for the Red Hawks. Gaston is deep for the Falcons.
Warner to kick again for the Red Hawks defense. And here's the kick. Going to the right side again. It's received by Joey Caston. He's going to be wrapped up.
And that's Court Monaco on the stop for the Pennington Redhawks.
And Andrew, I was just talking about him a couple minutes ago. Colton Monaco with the tackle. You'll love to see it.
Number 17.
First and 10 for the Falcons from round 30.
Let's go, Brown.
Sneeze there from Alex Lowe. Shout out Alex Lowe for being our cameraman today.
Oh,
And it's another
that's
mess
a
up.
false start.
Illegal procedure.
Oh.
This petty offense is freezing up. You can tell they're feeling the pressure of the Redhawks.
From the Falcons 33.
And it's a D-line of all seniors here with Brody Bach, Frank Marchese, and Michael Fingerman. Here's the play action. Marchese's going to get there fast, and it's through Joe Lifstead's hands. Nearly a pick from number 8. Andrew with the whole senior D-line. Petty's very unlucky they didn't play us a year from now.
Yeah. I mean, that's also good effort by Joe Lifstead, the linebacker. He's your all-around guy. I mean, we would have loved to see him bring one in.
Second and 15.
0 backs in the Petty's offense.
Here's another pass play. It's going to go downfield. And
Caught by number 8.
Jameer, the freshman, with the tackle. Andrew, they're finally incorporating Jameer, number 12, into this Pennington defense. And I got to say there's a good reason. I mean, whenever there's a scout team out there, a lot of players get annoyed with him because of how hard he tries. But I think it's all worth it. I mean, he's fast. He has good technique. He works hard. He has every single reason to be here today and playing varsity football for the Pennington school. Here's a snap. It's a bubble to number 6, and he is blown up. Bryce Williams wagging the finger. Number 9 with the denial.
Quick little celebration there with Bryce, number 11 and 9, just showing how electric this Pennington defense is.
Andrew, to have 2 safeties that are both very solid, both looked at Division I schools, and they're both named Bryce. It's fun for them to watch, but it's very hard for us broadcasters to decide.
Couldn't agree with you more. Some confusion with the or some arguments with the refs and Petty Center.
Here's the snap. And there's the deep ball. It's overthrown.
Oh, but looks like it's gonna be a unnecessary roughness or PI called by Bryce Warner.
Yeah, looks
Late
like
hit.
11 looks like he wanted his man more than he wanted the ball. And Andrew, talking about the size difference between this O-line and D-line today, you can tell if you watch Petty on this that they're very lucky that Pennington only does 3 men on the D-line because they have to triple and double pretty much everybody that's bigger than them in order to have a shot at this quarterback experiencing no pressure.
I know this Peddie line is just so small in comparison with the Pennington's lines. I mean, we're talking about like at least an 8-inch difference.
At halftime, make sure to tune in as it is going to be a senior ceremony for every Pennington cheerleader and football player that will have their last home game as of today. First and 10 for the Falcons. Here's the snap. There's the handoff. He's going to bounce out to the left side. He's going to narrowly miss one.
Oh,
But Braden Bonfig's going to get it low. Looks like he's staring down somebody. Andrew, I said it once. I've said it twice. I've probably said it a million times at this point. Braden Bonfig is one of the most important parts of this Pennington defense.
He's so crucial. He's there when you need him to make those very important plays.
However, Pennington is missing a big piece of this defensive lineup. Lucas Sauerman is injured today. Number 4, who currently leads the team in tackles, but doesn't seem to be slowing down Pennington too much. It's going to be another pass here. And Tamir Brown with another sack. He's going to pick it up too.
House call.
Don't tell me house call.
Barbecue chicken.
Number 0. Are you out of your mind?
3rd sack on the day, a fumble, touchdown. What more could you ask for?
Here's the kick. It's through the goalposts. 27-0 for the Redhawks today.
I think it's obvious who's going to get game ball after this one.
Andrew, isn't it a little ironic that it's senior day and the lowest you can possibly be as an underclassman is dominating today?
Yeah, it's a little interesting.
For any opposing team that plays Pennington this year or next year or every year until 2028, Andrew.
Look out.
Yeah, little tip. Make sure to watch Agent Zero.
The Redhawks currently lead 27-0 so far.
No, I'm saying Tamir. We need one.
And spirits are definitely high for this Redhawks team. I mean, biggest rival, biggest home game of the year. A lot of expectations, a lot of hype, a lot of buildup around some of the petty players. And, you know, they're performing higher than I've seen them perform so far this year. I mean, Cole and Monica got a tackle, for God's sake, Andrew.
I mean, at what point are we going to get to see some rotational backups start playing? Gaston has caught the ball.
He's going to run to the right side.
Made one-man miss.
He's going to follow his blockers. He's going to keep going. He's going to avoid another. And he's going to keep going.
Finally brought down.
Very solid return for Joey Gaston there.
Unfortunately, you can't have one without the other. There's no Ice Spice is not in attendance today.
Andrew, I was just about to comment on this. I feel like I can't even imagine what the insults going on down there are right now for Pennington. And Andrew, we were just talking about some rotational pieces. Connor Terendi is going to come out here
Is he
for this
really?
Pennington defense, number 58.
It's always nice to see the rotational backups get in there for some plays.
And Connor's stance is actually looking pretty solid, too. Here's the snap. It's a handoff. It's going right to the left side. It's going to be nearly brought down.
Just a little pile up of Pennington Redhawks.
I know he probably didn't make the tackle, but Connor Terendi got a finger on that guy.
No gain on the play.
Second and 10 for the Peddie Falcons.
Falcons from the Red Hawks 40 yards.
And Tamir Brown clearly gassed right now. I mean,
Give the kid a rest.
yeah. 3 touchdowns and a little fatigue seems like a fair trade to me. Or 3 sacks and a touchdown. Quarterback's going to drop back. It's going to throw to the right. It's going to be received by number 8.
Got 3 men on him. Brought down by Joe Lipstead.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 6 run for 36. Third and 6 for the Falcons from the Red Hawks. 36.
Here's the snap. Two's going to drop back again. He's going to look down the middle of the field. He's going to be hit really low.
Slow to get up after that one.
Andrew, that might be a felony.
He is clearly not feeling too well.
Yeah, number 11 might have had a hit out on that guy because he's laying down like a body right now.
Get this thing around at halftime so we honor our senior football players and cheerleaders.
Man, it's not looking too good. All the Peddie Falcons are taking a knee right now. I mean, I'm sure he'll be okay, but
And he's up on his feet. Number 8 for Petty, who's been very solid for this offense. Looks like he's going to recover and be back soon for the Falcons. Andrew, with, like integration of and inclusion of like sort of players that aren't played as much and putting people at different positions, I'd love to see Tommy Sertz get a couple more reps at running back today. I mean,
yeah, I would too. I mean, kind of looks like a running back too.
And Tommy Sertz last week against Long Island Lutheran, he only had a couple runs, but he made it count. I think he had an 80-yard touchdown last week.
11 is in the backfield with number 2.
Here, it's going to be another pass play, but he's going to run up the right. And he's wrapped up low by number 6.
Braden Bonfig with the tackle.
Seems like Brandon Bonfig might be a little. Never mind, he's up. It's going to be 2nd and 9 here for this Falcons offense. Andrew, they're getting awfully close to the end zone, and they've done that a couple times before, but they haven't seemed to be able to capitalize on it yet. Trust me, I'm not complaining, but I'd love to see this Pennington defense remain consistent in shutting down the Falcons.
And I bet you $1 that it will happen. That they will stay consistent.
I'll take you up on that.
Oh, it's tipped up. Nearly brought down.
Very nearly intercepted.
Order on the coverage for Redhawks. They'll bring up a 3rd down for
Charlie. This Petty offense is clearly stressed out. I mean, look at that D-line, Andrew. I'd probably be having a panic attack if I was in the pocket. It's going to be another pass play here for the Falcons. It's going to roll out to the right. It's going to avoid one, but there's a flag called, and it's going to be thrown out of bounds. And it's a hold for Petty. Wow. These refs seem to be just as confused at the Falcons today.
That's a holding penalty. That'll bring up a 3rd and 19.
3rd and 19 for the Falcons, Andrew. Let me tell you, when you're down 27 and you only have 2 plays left in your offensive drive and you need to gain 20 yards, it's not really a recipe for exactly anything good. Number 11's back in the backfield for Petty. There's the snap. It's going to be a screen pass to him, and he's going to follow his blockers. He's brought down.
It's a decent gain right there.
Another tackle for Bonfig. It looks pretty hurt from that.
Yeah, he's going to get up.
But he's up. He's one of the toughest members of this Pennington lineup.
One big on the stop for Redhawks. They'll bring up 4th and 6 for
Score is currently 27-0. Pennington leads.
4th and 6 for the Petty Falcons. It looks like they're staying out there.
Looks like it's going to be a Maple League massacre today in central New Jersey. It's going to be another pass play. It's going to be overthrown.
What's
But
happened there?
flag on the play.
looks like
A really late hit. Number 15 lost his helmet. I didn't see who made the hit, but
there's an angry mother in the stands.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness against Redhawks.
It's going to push Petty really close to their end zone here.
maybe they can get something going, but
First and goal for
First and goal for the Falcons.
Falcons.
It's going to be a run to the left side. He's going to avoid one, but he's going to be brought down. Tommy Sertz and Bryce Warner working together there to stop the Falcons.
That brings up a second and goal from the 5-yard line.
Score is currently 27-0 with your Redhawks slowly chipping away.
There's a snap. Kiwi's going to look right. He's going to look left. He has a good amount of time in the pocket right now. And he's going to nearly run through Jameer Brown, but he stays on his feet and is brought down.
Timeout called by the Peddie Falcons.
Play resumes. It'll be first and goal.
It's going to be a first and goal, and Andrew, Pennington's defense has been really solid today. Speaking of solid defenders, shout out Tyler Bright at the Glassboro. It's been a very good D lineman for that school, and I really hope he makes the most of it and has a good college career.
There's about 15 seconds left to play in the half. If I were Peddie, I'd just try and kick field goal and get 3 on the board, but we'll see what's going to happen.
Back comes the Falcons offense.
I guess they won't listen to me and just try and get 7 on the board, but if I were them, just take the safe play and kick 3.
Third and goal for the Falcons from the 4-yard line of the Red.
And no matter what they do here, Andrew, Redhawks are still up. It's going to be a throw here. It's going to the right side. It's deflected.
Pass broken up by Bryce Warner.
Great zone work there from number 11. Andrew, Bryce Warner talks a lot. He dances a lot, yells a lot, and he laughs a lot, but the kid has all the talent he needs to back it up.
100% agree. Peddie is just blowing all of their timeouts. Trying to decide if they should go for it on 4th and short, just take the chip shot.
Holding there. I was lucky.
Fourth and goal for the Peddie Falcons, and number 2 is staying out there.
They're going to run this really brutally honest, Andrew, stupid formation.
I want to see a time where this actually pays off and actually works.
If this works out, I'll shut my mouth, but so far 0% working. There it is. And he throws, and it's not going to work out. Look, Falcons, you can have as much fun as you want, but if you're down 27, you don't try to do something different.
Well, no, that's not different for them. That's what they do every time.
We're about to enter the half, and Andrew, they've been in the red zone. I'm talking about Petty here. They've been in the red zone multiple times, twice, and they still can't capitalize. I mean, this game looks like it's already over, and I just can't wait to see what people can rack up their stats.
Quick knee taken there, and that'll take us into the half. Stick around for the senior day celebrations for both cheerleading and football, and also a halftime interview.
And we're going to ask just a quick couple questions to fellow broadcaster Jack Dobbins of Holy Ghost Prep. How you doing, Jack?
Doing great. How about you, AJ?
Feeling great. Jack is going to Penn State, the Belisario College, for broadcasting, and I can't wait to see him succeed there as he's done at Holy Ghost Prep. And we're going to ask him a couple questions today. Jack, has there been any sort of standout players for Pennington so far that you think have contributed to the lead they currently have?
Oh, most definitely. I think freshman Tamir Brown's been absolutely balling. A few sacks on Petty's quarterback pretty early on, and then took the one back to the house to make the lead 4 scores. So he's been showing out, especially for a freshman on this senior night. But it's also great to see Presti actually, he looks so comfortable in the pocket, and that's what I love to see from him. Certain games, it's more iffy, but this game, I'm loving the way he's just sitting there in the pocket and making the passes work.
Couldn't agree more, Jack. Another question. Do you think that Pennington has done more successfully on the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side?
Ooh. This game, I'll go with the defensive side purely because it's a shutout at halftime, and there have been a defensive touchdown. There was a defensive touchdown from Brown, as I just previously mentioned, but they've just been getting to the quarterback, stopped a few nice kickoffs, which I know is special teams, but they've just been doing a great job overall. But I think the defense has contributed much more to the offense than vice versa.
It's a very good point, Jack. One of our last questions. So far, what do you think has been Petty's biggest issue that has led to them being down a 27-point deficit entering the half?
I'm going to go offensive line play. I mean, letting Pennington get around them over and over is just not putting them in a great spot to be able to mount an offensive drive. They've gotten in the red zone a couple of times, have not been able to make anything work out of it, partially because of some dumb formations that I've seen that I just can't understand at all. But just overall, the offensive line is not doing a great job at giving that offense an opportunity to succeed. And that's something they need to take with them entering the second half.
Thank you, Jack, for giving us a quick halftime interview. Very lucky to have you here today.
Of course.
And we're going to leave you viewers at home to watch the senior ceremony for Pennington today.
I may add that number 8, who had that huge hit, is now on crutches and will most likely be out for the rest of the game.
And we're back as we enter the second half of this Maple League matchup. Pennington currently leads 27-0 against the Peddie Falcons. Peddie's biggest weakness in the first half was the O-line efficiency, and Pennington's biggest strength, although the whole team played very solid all around, was their defensive intensity and their run game efficiency. And let's see if they can keep it consistent as we are in the later half of this game.
Shout out all the fans who stuck around for halftime. Well, no sound, but I'm sure you guys enjoyed the lovely
Start the second half.
senior celebrations and cheerleading show.
Bryce Warner is going to kick off again for the Red Hawks.
Joey Gaston is deep in the backfield.
And Bryce Warner hitting a little dance before he kicks the ball.
Wait, they don't love me like I love you.
Wait. And the ball's blown over. Bryce Warner is clearly in high spirits in the second half.
Gaston is deep for the Falcons. Warner to kick off for the Red Hawks.
All right, here we go. Kick is up.
There's the kick. It's going to go to the left side of the field. It's going to bounce once, and it's going to be recovered by Gaston. It's going to cut it to the right. It's going to go up the middle,
That's a few blockers
and he's going to be brought down.
right about the 41, 42-yard line.
Gaston has been one of the most crucial parts of this Peddie offense, as he is probably the fastest person for this Maple League team, but he seems to be hurt currently. Something wrong with his left arm.
That's not good for Petty. I mean, he's probably the only thing they have going for this entire team. If he's out for a couple of plays, I mean, that's crucial. That's going to be crucial.
Andrew, injured or not, Pennington still leads by three or four scores. So I don't know if it'll make that much of an impact. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to 11. He's going to run to the left side, and he is wrapped up quickly by Michael Fingerman.
And Tommy Sertz with the assist on that one.
Andrew, although that the entire Pennington defense is all upperclassmen excluding Tamir Brown, there's still a very young Pennington lineup waiting to flourish in this Red Hawks offense and defense. And I can't wait to see how they, fill in the shoes of such great talents like Brody Bach, Michael Fingerman, Bryce Williams, Joe Lifstead, etc. Tamir Brown's going to show blitz there. And I think he's going to get it. He's going to experience some pressure.
Oh.
It's batted down. Braden Bonfig strapping up the receiver there. Andrew, Braden Bonfig is known for his signature ninja headband. And the reason this kid wears such a headpiece is that this guy's stealthy on defense. Nobody sees him coming when he gets the big hit. Nobody's looking when he gets the interception. And nobody's paying attention when he deflects that ball from the receiver's hands.
Looks like he recovered a little bit from the first half. I mean, I saw him during halftime. He had a little bit of ice on his shoulder. I think he definitely took a trip to the trainers on that one.
Tommy Sertz with the tackle there. Tommy earlier, Andrew, when I watched him during preseason, I assumed he would be used more as sort of a pass coverage linebacker due to the fact that he is one of the more smaller people in that position. However, he seems to be used more as a run stopper in this Pennington defense, and I think it's working out pretty well for them as Tommy has had multiple tackles today and is doing a great job facilitating this Pennington defense.
And he's been doing great ever since getting back from that injury. I mean, I think last home game he got a few tackles and then strained his leg again, but I think he's back in full action now.
Here's a snap. Two's going to look for the right side of the field.
Oh.
He's going to throw it. And he's going to be laid out.
Braden Bonfig with the hit.
Number 6, the Hitman.
Jeez.
Who made this guy mad?
Braden Bonfig has been known for just laying out everybody at the home games. Like he had that one huge hit, I think 2 games ago. That I think of a new nickname. He's the head hunter.
He's the head hunter. He's the Hitman, Andrew. And I was just talking about his stealthiness. I mean, watching that kid run into Braden Bonfig is like watching somebody walk into the street and not looking both ways. It's just like seeing somebody getting hit by a truck. It's just absolutely phenomenal play from the sophomore Braden Bonfig there.
Very slow get up from number 16 on Peddie. That huge hit.
Second and 10 for the Falcons, the Red Hawk 47.
2nd and 10 for the Peddie Falcons.
Andrew, Petty is just completely demoralized here. I mean, after that devastating blow from Braden Bonfig, let's just see if they can get back on their feet on this drive. And it's going to be a sweep to Gaston, but he's going to throw
Trick
it,
play.
and it's underthrown.
Gaston motioned and then caught the ball.
Yeah.
Looking for number 15, but couldn't make the catch.
Gaston was brought to Petty as a quarterback, but had to switch his position. And Andrew, I don't know if it was for the best. I mean, it's 27-0.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he started taking snaps at quarterback. I mean, yeah, he was brought over from Iona Prep in New York, and he's currently he's a reclass. He's now in the class of 2026, trying to get some more interest. But I would definitely be okay with seeing him at quarterback. 2 just can't seem to get much going on either. Zero backs in Petty Falcons offense. Tamir Brown shows blitz again.
There's a snap. He's going to pump fake. He's going to experience the pressure from Tamir Brown. He's going to be hit by his feet. It's going to be caught.
Brought down by 3.
Not the intended receiver there, but yards are yards for this Falcons offense. But it's not going to matter. It's going to be a hold on number 55, Petty there.
Wow.
Their first gain in a minute. It's not going to matter at all. Andrew, if you need gain and you haven't got it in a while, you cannot just slip up like that. That's just completely not allowed if you're in this position that Petty is in right now.
What I've noticed from this Petty offense, AJ, and just the entire team right now is like they're not playing with any like anger or anything. Like they're just like
Playing scared, Andrew.
yeah, that's the perfect way. They're playing scared.
I mean, quarterback's panicking. He's running away because he knows that this O-line is not strong enough to contain the likes of Tamir Brown, Brody Bach, Frank Marchese, and more. I mean, in this sort of moment, you kind of just have to rely on your own instinct and rely on your own passion for the game in order to sort of chip away at this monumental lead. And it's going to be another pass here. He's going to look down the left side of the field, and it's dropped.
9 was the intended receiver the whole play.
Andrew.
These Falcons just have like butter on their gloves or something.
Look, you can be as nervous as you want, but you can't drop a pass like that. You can be as scared as you want of getting hit by Tommy Sertz, but all you need to do in that situation is really just catch the simple pass that your quarterback threw to you. And number 9 did not deliver on that. Sorry for the mic malfunctions there. Pennington.
I didn't hear you.
I know. Hello?
Hello?
There you go.
Sorry for the mic malfunctions there.
We just got back. We're back?
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
Hello? Pennington currently leads 34-0 with around 9 minutes left to go in this third quarter. It's an absolute Mercer County massacre today, Andrew. It's just complete domination between these Maple League programs. Wrapped up real quick. Joe Lifstead and Michael Fingerman fired up from that play.
Now off the right side, stop by Fingerman. One on the play, second and 9. Second and 9 for Falcons on road 21.
Jameer Brown is going to be lined up at corner here. Or no, not Jameer Brown. Jameer. It's going to be another throw. It's going to go to 11. And it's Jameer! The freshman!
Oh my God, man.
There's a flag on the play. Hold it right there.
I messed up his name, but he didn't mess up that play. Jameer.
These Redhawks are absolutely electric.
He nearly dropped that pick too, Andrew, but you could tell lights were not too bright for the freshman.
He's going to set up for the point after.
And Andrew, they're gonna bring out Oliver Scriven for the kick. I can't
Real
imagine.
Jono.
Let's see it. And it's through
It's
the
good.
goalposts.
That's good.
And you can see all the Red Hawks hyping him up.
We're glad that Bryce Warner has a break, and now Lil Jono can make these kicks.
Andrew, I gotta say, we've had some malfunctions this broadcast, but I'm having a great time watching Pennington integrate some new players. And that play by Jameer, the guy I've been talking about, who works so hard, who busts his blank and completely gives it his all, finally gets to be put in and makes one of the biggest plays of the game. Is just absolutely just heartwarming. It's just amazing to see 12 do some good things for this team.
With such a lead, I mean, now is the perfect time to start playing some of your backups. I mean, get some scout team players, some actual game time, I guess.
I think Rory will have to do more success. Yeah.
And Andrew, it's 41-0 in the third quarter. I mean,
when do you play the mercy rule?
Order to kick off.
I think that was long gone when Peddie decided to, come out here today. And Andrew, I don't know why I ever thought this would be a close game. This is just absolutely absurd. This is a monumental beatdown. And this might
Nobody was there to get that ball.
About the 34-yard line.
Peddie will set up shop at the 34-yard line.
And this Falcons team just looks tired and beat down right now, Andrew. Pennington has just been chipping away at their energy, like their consistency. And now they're putting in, now Pennington's just putting in some backups to go out there and make their legs fresh. It just has to be really upsetting for this Falcons lineup.
This Petty offense would probably just call it. Would want to just call it here. They just do not have any motivation left in them. It's like we're redoing the kick.
After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 10 for.
It's 1st and 10 here for the Petty School. And Pennington's going to have some new faces out here. They're going to have, I think that's Oliver Buck and Ren Swain, a freshman and a sophomore, underclassmen looking to succeed. There's the handoff. It's going to bounce out to the left. He's going to be laid out.
Big hit by Brody Bach. Like AJ said, some new faces also. Connor Terendi is back on the line. We saw a few snaps from him.
It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Falcons on the Red Hawks 47.
And Andrew, Pennington right now is just like, I assume that this locker room is going to be absolutely electric to be in after this game. There's a snap for number 2. He's going to look down the left side of the field.
He's got Joey Guest on what? Oh, he dropped it. That was such an easy touchdown.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe Joey Gaston's only known for his name, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe he should choose his sister's path and make some music.
Third and 7 for the Falcons on the Red Hawks 47.
And there's a little under 3 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. And it is still utter domination from the Red Hawks side of the ball. A little voice crack there, I'm sorry.
There's a snap.
It's going to go to the right side, and it's
nearly picked off.
the freshman. Almost has his second on the day.
At this point, I think 6 and 2 might change positions. I think 6 should be under center and 2 should be under go out wide receiver.
And I know we made a couple comments before, but Joey Gaston has been having a great day today. I mean, there is no doubt that this guy is a phenomenal athlete, but I think it is very unfortunate that Penny just can't seem to get it going today. It's going to be another pass here. There's a flag, though. It's going to look deep right. And it's going to be overthrown.
Personal foul on Brody Bach. I think it's a face mask on that one.
And it's very sad to see Brody having his last game on Loa's turf. I mean, 65 has been very crucial and such a great leader for the Red Hawks team. And to see him go is just a very sad experience, but at least he'll have a blowout win to end off his home career at Pennington. Same with every other senior.
35-yard line after the Red Hawks.
Yeah, I will say these Red Hawks will be losing a lot of crucial players next year, but I can't wait to see the future of this team.
It's going to be another throw here. It's going to roll out right. Having no time in the pocket. It's broken up. Jameer making the most of finally being put in the game. Number 12. Have your fun.
Going to bring up a second and 10 for the Falcons.
And that's the end of the third quarter.
I assume Pennington's probably just going to try to burn as much time as they can in this fourth, get this game over with quickly, because it's pretty evident that Pennington has won today. And Andrew, my spirits are high. I assume yours are high. And I'm really happy for this Red Hawks lineup.
There's a snap, rolls out right. He's looking for someone deep.
And Gaston has it with the toe tap. It's going to be a 3rd and 2 for the Falcons. And there's two new faces out there, number 24 and Sean Gibson, I think, number 22.
Oh, here we go. Joey Gaston is in at quarterback.
Sean at Y, Mauricio at. I don't think Mauricio knows, but he's getting on the field saying your slot right, slot left.
It's going to be a screen pass to 10. He's going to try to go through the left side of the field. He's going to
He's
follow
got
his
blockers. Oh, did he get in? No, he's tripped up.
Tommy Sertz is going to get him just by his ankles. High effort, high motor play from Sertz there.
First and goal for the Peddie Falcons from the 2-yard line.
And there's a flag on the play. It will be a ref is just pointing. I can't really get a good read, but
Oh, delay game.
That's against the Red Hawks. So that'll bring up a first and goal from the 1.
it will be a First and goal for Petty. And Gaston's going to be wrapped up.
Brody Bach with the tackle.
So nonchalant.
And Andrew, Brody's sophomore year, he was used at the linebacker position, and I think switching him to defensive line when he sort of bulked up and gained more weight and got bigger, I think it was the best decision made by this Pennington coaching staff. I think he's been very solid at D-line for the Pennington school.
Number 2 is back in at quarterback. There's a snap.
Here's a throw,
Quick pass.
and he's in.
Touchdown Falcons.
And for right now, our play-by-play commentator will be Jack Dobbins.
Of course, Petty getting the score. Gaston tossing it over on the left side. Taking the first score of the game for the Falcons, caught by Griffin Brennan, the sophomore. Heading for a 2-point conversion, looking to make it a 41-8 game. So still pretty neck and neck here in Pennington, New Jersey. It'll be tossed over left again, and he's in. 41-8 game right now. You know, as I said, pretty close. The comeback could be mounted. Anything's possible here in Pennington, New Jersey, as the Red Hawks will take offense right back. Keon Kenner still on the field. So some seniors still taking advantage of this offensive opportunity.
And like you said, Jack, anything is possible in Pennington, New Jersey, but what seems completely impossible right now is this Pennington team slowing down. I mean, they're just really showing off the intensity they have against such, competitive conference rivals. I mean, it obviously doesn't seem competitive now considering the score, but I can tell you there's much history behind this matchup.
Exactly. No sign of slowing down whatsoever. Offense and defense both firing on all cylinders. Kickoff team is coming out for Petty. So let's see what the Red Hawks can do with this boot. But again, 41-8 ball game. Pennington's getting the ball right here in a few seconds.
They're going to have Tamir Brown to return for Pennington here. And I just got to say, if I was this kickoff unit, I'd be pretty scared right now. I mean, shows to be one of the fastest person on this team, maybe one of the fastest people in the Maple Conference.
Onside kick does absolutely nothing. I don't even know if that went 2 yards. So it's sure not going in the hands of Petty. Pennington will take over at what looks like the 44-yard line of the Petty Falcons. Offense coming back on the field for the Red Hawks. Offensive line trotting out with the skill positions behind them.
And one of the most crucial parts for this D-line today has been Frank Marchese, the senior, last week against Long Island Lutheran in one of the biggest matchups of the year. Frank Marchese had a strip sack and multiple tackles and receptions for Pennington.
Wait a minute. There's no way they're saying Petty got that.
Really?
There's no way that was 10 yards.
No, Presti's out there.
Press out there. Oh, yeah, that's him. All right, cool. Pennington's offense on the field. Looking ready to mount another offensive drive. Brody Bach getting ready for the snap at center. Presta Giacomo in the shotgun. Bach snaps. Presti hands off. And tackled right behind the line of scrimmage is Lorenzo Swain, the freshman. Petty putting a good defensive play up there. However, there is a man down for Petty on the D-line. Looks like he'll be tended to very quickly.
And Jack, Ren is another one of those guys like Jameer and Fingerman, and one of those guys that you always see working really hard at practice. I mean, they put him in at a bunch of different positions due to the fact that he's a freshman and trying to see what best fits his play style and his athleticism. but it is really exciting to see him used on the offensive side of the ball rather than more of a nickel safety, nickel corner that they occasionally sub in.
I agree, and that's what I love about having, a football team. My school unfortunately does not, but it just seems like a great way to, show work ethic to the student body. And that's what I love from these freshmen who are coming here to try to advance their football careers, just trying to do as well as they can to make the future better, not only for themselves, but for the rest of their team, the student body, and the school as a whole. Still medical attention out here for a member of Peddie. We will take a quick break. We'll be right back with you as he is tended to.
And we're back.
Hopping back into action here at Pennington. the cart had to be taken out. Prayers up for the injured ball player. However, Pennington continues their offensive drive. Currently 2nd and 13 on a loss of 3 by the freshman running back Lorenzo Swain. Does, however, seem like Presta Giacomo will stay on the field.
You're on, Oliver. You're on.
Got men to his left and right. Presti, the handoff. Looking right at Swain again. Swain heading towards the right sideline and will slide down. Is he down? Now he is right at the 47 of Peddie. Tried to get to the sideline, maybe make a chase. Unfortunately, was curled up right in between the 50 and the 45 on the side of the Falcons. Right now, we're looking at a 3rd down for the Red Hawks. Presta Giacomo, same set, this time further right. Presti hands it off again. Swain on the left side this time. Breaks a tackle. Tries to stay up. Will not. Another no gain. And I would expect a punt here. It's 4th down. No ground was really gained. And that's looking like what it's going to be. Presta Giacomo heading off to the sideline. Box staying on. Looks like the punt team's coming out.
And Jack, although it's late in the game, it doesn't seem as significant as it did early on. The special teams performance today has been outstanding for the Red Hawks. I mean, there's been great punts, great blocking, great tackles, great kicks. It's just been a phenomenal day from Rev's side of the ball.
It's been absolutely incredible. As here's Werner, and I do not know what was happening there, but Werner is ripped in the backfield. The ball could not get put in the air, and Peddie will take over from Pennington's 39. Correction, Pennington's 41. Did not advance as further as I thought. But Peddie immediately getting into it now on Pennington's side of the field, looking to mount an offensive drive to maybe make the score look less embarrassing. Will not look good, but it will not be as bad as it currently is. Pennington absolutely curb stomping him right now.
And with this victory, Jack, Pennington will be bumped up to 6-3. I believe right now they are 2-1 in Maple League matchups, and I think it's better than worse than to have, more wins than losses in such a competitive conference.
Pretty solid record to have. Gaston in at quarterback for Peddie. No one in the backfield. Gaston looking left, tosses, and it's underthrown. Intended for Jonathan Stizza, the sophomore wide receiver. Did not get there. There is a flag on the play, however, at the 33-yard line. Flag has been picked up. Unsure on the call. Looks like the flag was declined. It seems to be a 2nd down from the same spot. Here's Gaston once again looking over the middle. Doesn't see an outlet. Rushes right. Signaling up. Gaston gets around and is taken out of bounds at around the 33-yard line of the Pennington side of the football field.
And, Jack, one thing that has become evident in this game is that every single time they have a quarterback in, whether it be 6 or 2, Peddie just seems to have to scramble out of the pocket as fast as they can. Because the pressure Pennington is putting on them right now is just too much to handle. And you can tell that both of these quarterbacks are stretched out when they see that D-line.
Exactly. As I said at halftime, I think this Peddie offense would be better with a quarterback, 10 receivers, and no O-line. I legitimately think that'd be better for pass protection. As Gaston looks to run out the middle, he does. Shifts left, still going. Makes it up to right around the 20 or 19-yard line. Huge gain there from the junior quarterback. As Pennington finally allows a big run to a quarterback.
And that's the game, folks. Massive win for Pennington today. Final score is
41-8.
thank you, Jack Dobbins, for coming out here today and helping with the commentating.
Of course, always, AJ. It's a pleasure.
And it's been another beautiful day of Red Hawks football and the final home game of the year. Thank you. Have a good day.